Transformers, robots in disguise. The Transformers, more than meets the eye. The Transformers.
Hello, I'm RetroJules. I wasn't planning on doing a video today, and then I was just going through my emails and there was a survey to fill out about Core Breach, and I thought, I'm so glad I got a chance to answer this survey. So here is how I filled out my survey. So here we go, introduction questions. Overall, were you satisfied with Core Breach? No, I was completely dissatisfied. I thought it was a pile of pants and a waste of time. Do you want to play Core Breach more? No, thank you very much. 2 games was more than enough. Playing Core Breach, what did you enjoy the most? Well, I didn't enjoy any of it, and I'm not given a chance to give something I didn't like. So I suppose I'm going to have to say the map, because initially I got quite excited about it being a new map. Playing Core Breach, what did you least enjoy? Well, the vehicles, and the weapons, and the explosions, and the control, everything but the vehicles, because they're stupid robots. While playing Core Breach, I felt empowered, as if I determined my fate on the battlefield. No, disagree, I just thought it was a point and shoot and loads of luck involved. And I felt like I had total control over my vehicles and how they performed. Well, that's neutral, because my ability to control them probably wasn't great. As a Core Breach pilot, I felt skill determined much of the outcome on the battlefield. Disagree completely, it was just a shoot fest, really. As a Core Breach pilot, I felt the vehicles were fairly balanced. Yeah, I suppose they were. You had the heavy and the medium, effectively. When comparing the soldier and comrade, which did you prefer playing the most? Well, I didn't like either of them. I thought they were both crap, really. But I suppose I preferred mobility over heftiness. That'll be the medium light player in me. What would you like to see in Core Breach next time? I do not want to see Core Breach ever again. So I like to see an additional game mode where there are no mechs and just tanks. On a scale of 0 to 10, how likely are you to recommend Core Breach to a friend? Yeah, right down there, big fat 0. You play this for tanks. Thank you for taking our player satisfaction survey. Your response is very important to us and helps us make any necessary improvements. Well, I want to leave a comment. Well, as it happens, you don't get a chance to leave a comment, but on their developer stream, I did. And this is what I said. You see, because I'd watched their developer stream, and I'd also watched their developer diary, and it would seem that they get so excited about this stuff that we don't care about, but they don't seem to get excited about the stuff that we really do. We haven't had developer diaries about the French heavies, the new Russian tanks, or the Polish tanks. That would have been awesome. They just seem to get really excited about the wrong stuff. So this is what I said. Hello Wargaming. I would like to add something here. The mech mode has not been received particularly well in the community, or by the CCs either. The main reason for this is you build up tension with a teaser for material that the huge majority are not interested in. For this reason, any disappointment is increased tenfold. This is the first time any content has been added that is not tank orientated. Not only does it feel alien, but sadly misplaced in the game. The core players are interested in mainly one thing: awesome historical based tanks played on a battlefield and played in a tactical manner. Since the release of Mercs, I feel that you are at risk of splitting the players between fantasy and relative reality. There is definitely a place in this game for fantasy tanks, along with fantasy game modes and maps, but I think they should be separated from the core game. That way, people can choose what they play. This game sparks people's interest in history, tanks, and helps promote visits to tank museums as well. I couldn't find an Absolution in Bovington, and believe me, I did try, but I couldn't find one. Not sure why. This is purely my take on things based on what I want from the game and the feedback from my subscribers. That's you guys. Had you released this video prior to the release, then I think people would have had a greater understanding of why mech mode was introduced and would have been received more positively. You have very dedicated CCs who are willing to make vids for you guys, and you should give them prior information and utilise their ability to communicate with the community on your behalf and help promote your material prior to release. I hope you find this information helpful and relevant, and people will be stoked to know you're working on the Italian line and the core of the game. That sort of info prior to release works wonders. And that pretty much wrapped it up for me. I'm not going to talk any more about the mechs. It really wasn't anything that I wanted to see in the game and didn't really like any of it. But I don't know if you've noticed that the Black Edition tanks are up for sale. And, well, I don't know if you trust wargaming or not. We never really know what they're going to come out with next, and we really now don't really know what their priorities are in the game. It sometimes leaves us just a little bit worried. But don't worry, you're in safe hands, and wargaming are good to their word. And I will leave you with this. Keep safe, keep tanking, and I'll see you soon.
Get back to you, and then the undeniable black tank question. When are they coming back? This
when
is
are the
from
black
Josh.
tanks coming back? So the black tanks, I'm sure everyone watching knows this, but the black tanks, has it been 2 or 3 years at this point? I don't remember how long ago the black tanks actually. Oh,
3.
Many turkey days ago, the black tanks were enabled for people to acquire. And during that window, we did promise everyone who acquired them that this would be the one and only sale ever. I think we threw that hammer down. And even now, when we're like, oh, hey, maybe we should bring those on sale, we are reminded of the promise we made to all of the lucky people that did decide to acquire those tanks. So it makes it more complicated because we honor our promises, and that's how it is.